Oh, okay. This is going to be one of those videos where I will speak to you from the heart. Okay, I'll speak to you from the heart. It's not going to be like scripted, like, I have, these are the 5 points I want to give you. This is going to be one of those videos where I want you to listen to it like as if a elder brother is talking to you, or a father figure, or someone who genuinely cares. I'm not making this video for it to be viral. I'm not making this video to sell, market, or promote my service and say, oh, you can pay me and I can help you. No, I'm making this video with the sincere and genuine intention to help you, or I'm hoping it helps you. Okay. Now, why did I decide to make this video all of a sudden with all the sarcastic videos, controversial videos, funny videos, or whatever, masala politics and all that? Uh, you know, I get clients who open up and speak to me. Sometimes, you know, people come with such powerful stories, means they're going through such difficult problems, such tough times. It You just don't know what to say. You really don't know what to say. It's very easy to sit on this chair, or make a video and say, are you feeling depressed? These are the 5 steps that you can take to overcome depression. Or did your girlfriend leave you, or boyfriend leave you, or marriage breakup? These are the 17 things you should do, and all that. It sounds very easy. I mean, you just have to go to your relatives and ask them, what should I do? And they will all sit on their high horse and lecture you about life. And advice is for free. But when someone is going through a tough time now, only that person knows the pain. Like it can be anything. Like, let's say, for example, someone you loved, that person left you. I used to laugh at people. Hey man, just because a girl left you, you're crying and all. What you are? What, you're weak for a pussy? You need to be a man. Seriously, I used to think like that until, that girl whose face is tattooed here on my chest. You can see in my walking videos. I didn't know how much I loved that girl at that time. At the age of 30, I'm 48 now, 18 years. Um, it took me on depression for 6 years, man. I was crying like mad. I never knew that emotions and love can destroy you so badly. I don't blame her. I blame myself because I was weak for her. I have gone through losing jobs. I've gone through unemployment. I've gone through not having money in the bank. And I don't blame anyone. It's my fault. So relationships, job, career. I've lost all my money. If you check YouTube, Loy Machedo 2011 suicide. I lost everything. Even my even my own parents, my own mother told me it's better you die. All the relatives, not one wanted to give me even a place to live. I was homeless, sent to India, Mumbai, after staying in Dubai all these years. I didn't have a place to sleep. And when you don't have money, you don't have food, you don't have a place to stay, you don't have a place to work, you don't have friends. I mean, what is there to live for? Who do you live for? So I'm not saying that I've been through the worst. I can assure you this. I've spoken to people who have had it so much more worse. It has made me shiver with fear. You get that tingling sensation on your spine when you see something horrific or something. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, I'll just give you one or two examples, real life examples of my clients. This female, imagine, beautiful female, PhD from the West. She has a great career. Um, This guy, she's engaged to this guy, and they are about to get married after a few months, and everything is perfect. She's beautiful, she's smart, she has money, family, everything. And lo and behold, she finds out that she has been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Sclerosis, yeah. Where your body, your muscles, you actually become like stone, like Stephen Hawking. You become like stiff. You can't move, and then only you can't even move your head. Only you can move your eyes, or that also is limited. You become like paralyzed. And one by one, she lost everything. Her fiance left her. She lost her job because of she had to go for treatment, and obviously now she can't work, means she can't earn. And she ended up with only her mother and father. Even her friends left. Everybody left. Just imagine that person books a call with you, like booked a call to take my advice. So I really didn't know what to tell her, man. I mean, what am I going to tell her? God will be there for you, or be strong, or never give up, or just imagine she's crying and she's talking to you, and you're sitting on the other side, and I'm telling you this. I don't want to get into it because even I might end up crying. But when she was crying and talking to me, I was crying inside here. So I've had, I don't know whether the right word is honor and privilege, but I've heard of stories whereby, like, even this actually happened. This is a lady in India. I didn't take any money from her for this. The Christian group, they said, "Oh, you're a coach and all that." Yeah, and they said, "We would like this lady to take your service." I was kind of confused, like, why me? No, we want to do anything and everything to help her. And I was like, okay, what actually happened? The building that she was staying in, the whole thing collapsed because of the rain in India. It's real, huh? Real. And in that collapse, she lost her parents, she lost her only son, she lost her husband, she lost her husband's parents, and she was the only survivor. And the only way they found her alive after, I think, 4 days or whatever, is because she was wearing some jewelry on her fingers and this thing. When they try to pull, no, these rescue workers, they try to pull, she she moaned with pain, so they realized she was alive. They took out her gold and all that, but you know, took it away, but at least she was alive. And oh goodness, she was complete stitches, and I'll never forget that. I mean, so what do you tell someone like that? You tell them God loves you, or so. Anyway, I know that you're maybe not going through. I hope I'm genuine, okay. But there are other challenges. There are other challenges like a job, losing a job, uh, not having a career, not having money in the bank. You have no idea what to do. Your relationship broke up. Your business failed. There are so many things. Yeah, I mean, every single day, life is a challenge. So the question is, what do you do? Okay. Now, what I can share with you from my heart is what I did when I went through the deepest, darkest moments of my life. Okay. This is what I did. And I'm going to share some of the things with you. Okay. And I genuinely hope that this helps you. Sincerely, I'm not asking you to book my service, nothing. In fact, if you want, if you don't feel comfortable commenting down below, you can send me a private message. I will never reveal your details to the world. But if you feel like sharing something positive, which will not only help you let out your feelings, but others, you can write it down below. But just keep in mind, there are some some people sometimes that they might say some rude things. Anyway, so what do you do when you go through a tough time? I'll tell you what I did. See, when you go through a tough time, no, whether it's not having a job, not having money, not having customers, clients, your business failing, or no money in the bank, or you're afraid you're going to lose your job, or whatever. There are some things you can do. There are some things you cannot. Like what you can't do. If the economy is going through the dogs, you can't do anything, right? What can you do about the economy? If your company is downsizing and terminating people, you can't do anything there. Um, if, let's say, you have been terminated, unless you can convince your boss, there's nothing you can do. So some things are out of your hand. But what can you do is what you need to ask yourself. And I always suggest you take a notebook, you take a pen, you take a paper, and you write down. Write down. It is very therapeutic. You must have heard me say this so many times. Write it down. See, and don't just write down your feelings, which is good. It's good to write down your feelings, good to write down your thoughts. But then you need to come to the logical side. You can't just say, my heart is broken and I feel like crying. Yes, that is therapeutic. Seriously, that is therapeutic because you're, letting all that depression come out, all the sadness. But then you need to take a plan. You need to have a plan of action. You need to take charge of your life. Like, if I didn't, suppose, let's say I don't have customers, I can't just keep being sad about it. I have to know, okay, I don't have customers. Now, how can I get customers? Okay. I don't have a job. How can I get a job? What do I need to do to get a job? What can I do to get a job? And you write down everything. Ask people, send them emails, go meet them face to face, go to the companies, stand outside, go cold calling, go whatever the steps, write it all down. Write it, all of it down. And after you have emptied yourself, then immediately start working on the plan. Not tomorrow, not after 2 days, not after 1 hour, immediately. Now, the only caveat here is if in case you feel tired or you feel sleepy, sleep is very important. I would highly recommend anytime you feel sleepy, means your body is saying you need rest. That is why, people when they have an accident or health crisis, they are kept in the ICU. They're just sleeping because that's the nature's way of healing your body and mind. Okay. I take a lot of naps. Like I sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And then when I wake up, I'm recharged. Okay. The next thing is you have to always stay busy because if you sit alone, negative thoughts can come in your mind. And please, this is very important, exceptionally important. Please don't take your smartphone and get addicted to scrolling, watching TikTok, watching Instagram, listening to the garbage that is there in these groups, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, the feed of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even YouTube. It's not going to help you. It is nothing but a distraction. It is nothing but a kind of an entertainment. It will not help you. Trust me, it will not help you. Take that sheet of paper, take that pen, write it down. If you need to access information like, okay, where is the office of this company, or what do I need to do in order to, let's say you have fever, fine. Don't take social media as a refuge. It's like a drug. And for that matter, don't play video games. Don't watch porn. All this is, yes, it takes your mind away, but it's not going to help your problem. Video games, porn, scrolling, wasting time chit chatting, no. You might say, oh, what about networking? Networking is not done through chatting. Okay? So, this is by far the most toxic and dangerous thing which can destroy your life is that phone and the social media. Okay? then what I suggest is it's very important for you to ask for help, ask for guidance. Remember, maybe you're doing something wrong. I give the example to my clients. A fly sees a window pane, and outside you can see the greenery, the grass, the sun. He's like very happy, and he goes full speed and he bangs himself on the window pane. Now he's like, oh, what happened? Now traditional advice is try till you succeed. So the fly goes back again, hits the window pane, goes back again, hits it, and it keeps getting, oh, why can't I go out? And finally, if it doesn't change its strategy, you'll find the fly dead on the window pane. Why? Because it could see freedom, but it didn't know how to go about. But had it taken proper advice, someone would have told, listen, that's a glass, you can't break it. Try to find an opening or a gap in between the window pane and uh, the window, and go through that. So sometimes you need people to give you the right advice. There will be a lot of people who will reject you, who will say no, who will give you empty promises. This is part and parcel of life. They'll be very sweet with words. Oh, brother, don't worry, I'm there for you. And they'll call you and talk to you, and then you'll never hear from them. And even worse are those people who, if they know that you're in trouble or you're in need or you don't have money, they will not even pick up your phone call, not even answer you. So that's all a part and parcel of, you know, going through the suffering stage. Uh, I'll tell you, there are some exceptions to the rules I'm giving you. Like one of my friends and clients, he lost his job during COVID. He was applying for jobs left, right, and center. He was in Dubai. But there's only so much you can do, right? In terms of apply for jobs, make calls. When nighttime, you can't do anything. So he found it very hard to sleep in the night. So what do you do? He could read a book. But to take his mind away, he used to play some video games that used to relax him. So there are different people who do different things. So you can also do the same. I will caution you very strongly. Please don't take the refuge of smoking, drinking, drugs, bad company, people who offer you a crying shoulder to boo hoo hoo. Please avoid all this. Just avoid. Avoid. Sometimes I even tell people avoid your toxic relatives, avoid your toxic friends, and especially those who take you to nightclubs and this and that. It's not going to help you. Okay. I'll just give you two or three more pieces of advice, and then I'll conclude. If you guys have to get in touch with me, my details are there. Um, it's recommended that you get yourself tired every day. For that, I recommend going walking, at least walking. If you don't feel like going to the gym, I understand. I'm not saying like pump heavy and all that. I'm not saying run like crazy. But if you can go walking, if you can do slow jogging or slow running, like long distance, that always helps. That is one. Some people like to listen to motivational and inspirational audio series like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, motivational speakers. Fine. Whatever floats your boat. I would just say that you see what works best for you. Some people like silence, some people like music, some people like motivational talk, whatever helps you. Okay? You should know yourself better. Third one is be scientific with your approach. Don't just be like that fly who's trying to go through the window. Don't just apply 100 places, oh, there's no response, then 100 places, no response. No. Ask yourself, I applied to this place. Why didn't I get it? What was wrong in my approach? How can I improve on my approach? How can I make it better? Because there are a lot of people who have a extraordinary sense of belief in their abilities, but the market determines what is your salary. The market determines whether you're useful or not. You need to be very realistic and very grounded. I'm not saying thrash yourself. I'm not saying say, oh, I'm a piece of shit, I don't deserve anything. No. You need to have a genuine person who can, if you can't evaluate yourself, have a mentor or a guide who can evaluate you and tell you where you need to improve and change. Okay, because if something is not working, then you have to try something different. Otherwise, like they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, the same thing, and expecting a different result. Last, if not the least, I would tell you that remember, if there's a big chunk of a problem, big chunk, like a big stone, you can't, like, let's say, Bill Ackman, one of the billionaire investors, he never thought in his life that he would end up being in $1 billion debt. He lost everything. And at that time only, his wife had to put a legal case on him to sue him for her this thing. And that time only, his partners deserted him. And that time only, everything went bad. Imagine he's a billionaire one day, and now he has to pay the market billions. So it was a beautiful talk. I think he spoke with Lex Friedman. What he said is, every day I would wake up and I would just do one small thing that I could, any small thing, to make it better. And he took that approach to solving one problem at a time. Every day, one problem, small baby steps. And he's saying by doing that every single day after day, hour after hour, week after week, month after month, finally, he was able to solve his problems and get back to where he is today. In the same way, don't try to, like this, don't try to swallow a whole, cow. Eat it bit by bit, small, pieces. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. I genuinely, from my heart, I want to wish you well. Don't lose heart. And forget whatever happened has happened. If you're an asshole, if you're a bad guy, if you made mistakes, the past, you can't change it. You can change now. That is why this, it's called the present, because it's a gift. You can work on it now. Right? And if nothing else, listen to the talks of Nick Vujicic, Nick Vujicic, Nick Vujicic, the guy with no hands, no legs. That's a very powerful video. I tell people his talk is titled Get Back Up. Another one is Les Brown. You got to be hungry. Very powerful, both those talks. Okay. I genuinely hope that this video will help you. Stay strong, be strong. And I'll tell you, always remember these words. Tough times, they don't last. Tough people do. These were the words of Robert Sculler. When I was very young, I remembered it. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And you're one tough SOB. So don't lose heart. All right? You guys take care. Me signing off. Yalla. Bye.